Amazon presents Jeff versus Taco Truck Salsa. Whether it's Verde, Roja, or the orange one. For Jeff, trying any salsa is like playing Russian roulette with a flamethrower. Luckily, Jeff saved with Amazon and stocked up on antacids, ginger tea, and milk. Habanero? More like habanero, yes. Save the everyday with Amazon.
Hey, I like your new RAV4.
Thanks, yours too.
What does RAV stand for anyway?
To me, it's the Remarkably Advanced Vehicle.
Really? To me, it's the runway approved vehicle for its amazing style.
What about Remarkably Adaptable Vehicle because of its versatile cargo space?
Or really admired vehicle?
Oh, or Really Awesome Vehicle.
It really is the recreational activity vehicle. The stylish 2026 Toyota RAV4 Limited. What's your RAV4?
In 2005, two brothers hit the road in search of their father and wound up fighting demons, angels, monsters, and fate itself.
Over the next 15 years, Supernatural became more than just a TV show. It became a family with one of the most passionate fan bases in the world.
I'm Rob Benedict. I played Chuck Shirley. You might also know me as God.
And I'm Richard Speight Jr. I played Loki, the Trickster, and Gabriel. And I also directed more than a few episodes.
Now, we spent years making this show, but we never actually sat down to watch every single episode in order until now.
And that means that each week we're watching Supernatural from the beginning, now diving into Season 8, the year of purgatory, prophets, and the pursuit to close the gates of hell. And we'll be joined by cast, writers, directors, and the crew who help bring each episode to life.
You'll hear behind-the-scenes stories, our honest reactions, and maybe learn a little about how television gets made along the way.
Now, I'm warning you, there are going to be spoilers. And remember, this is our first time truly watching the series, so if we miss a detail or don't remember what happens 3 seasons from now, well, that's part of the fun.
So join us as we keep the engine running, hit the open road, and fall even deeper in love with Supernatural. Hey everybody, it's Rob Benedict.
You really started quickly. I mean, I wasn't ready. I know I said we're starting, but man, you just right out of the gate like a thoroughbred.
I do what I've been doing for 8 seasons now.
Yeah, but with a real stank on it this morning. I get it. I understand. I've seen the episode.
It's the season finale.
And I know, and I'm excited too. I'm Richard Speight Jr., by the way.
Okay, thank you.
We're in for a ride here. You know
That's right. We're talking about the season finale of Season 8, Episode 23. We made it.
We did.
Another season.
A lot of people thought we wouldn't, and that one of those people was me.
Yeah, you said this whole time, by Season 8, our sons will be doing the podcast.
Well, I also said after there was a few moments here where I thought, this is not a good fit.
Yeah.
But they pulled the stick up.
Yeah.
Right before they went to the side of the mountain. It's great.
Well, hey, if you're listening to this right now, remember to subscribe. You got to subscribe to the show so that we know that you're in for the long haul.
Yeah, don't do it like under the cloak of night.
Yeah.
Like in incognito.
Yeah.
We need to know.
Yeah, you got to put a ring on it. All right, so should we get into what happens in Season 8 finale?
Nothing would please me more, Rob. Why don't you summarize it like you do? You know.
Okay, off the cuff.
Yep.
Season 8, the finale, begins with Crowley deceiving Jody Mills back for an episode.
I did not know that she was going to be in this episode.
I did not know that either, and I did not expect it.
And she's great. Kim Rhodes always great.
And I was right. Even though I know that she does a lot more, I thought that she might be. I was like, oh, is Jody Mills dead for the rest of the show?
Is she kaput?
Because, what happened to Bobby could happen to anybody.
I tell you what, though, Kim Rhodes is a dear friend of ours. I did not like seeing creepy Crowley hit on our good friend.
I didn't like it either.
Kim Rhodes.
I didn't like her.
I don't like it at all.
It made me feel weird when she called him hot. I was like, what's happening? He really had a spell on her.
Literally, I know that's Sheriff Jody Mills, but in my mind, I'm like, Kim Rhodes.
Kim, what are you doing, Kim?
You're married.
Get out of there. Get out of there. Yeah. Well, anyway, he deceives her to force Sam and Dean into surrendering. He uses a hex.
Mark did look good, by the way, just for the record. He was pretty dapper. I mean, I get it.
Well, he always has the suit on and all that. He uses a hex bag to cause her to choke on her own blood.
Yeah, bummer.
Offering to spare her and their other past saves if the Winchesters.
No, I've never worked in the food industry as a waiter, only as a host. Rob, you did a very famous movie about waiting. I tell you, if you ever see a customer putting out a candle and a devil's trap on a cloth and a photo.
Yeah, call the authorities.
Yeah, maybe flag down a manager.
See something, say something. You know what I mean? So so he's trying to bribe the Winchesters into handing over the demon tablet and ceasing the trials. Dean counters by offering to trade the demon tablet for the angel tablet.
Not a strong negotiating stance, by the way. Why? Because you're a douchebag? Didn't seem like a really strong...
Yeah.
Like, why would I do that? Because you're a douchebag.
And what was the angel tablet again?
That's the other tablet. One's a demon tablet and the other one's the
angel tablet. And when did that come into play?
Season 8.
Okay. I'm asking the wrong guy. They meet at Bobby's old wrecking yard. And during the swap, the brothers trap Crowley using enchanted handcuffs. Which was the name of my high school band.
Oh my God, I wish we had a band called the Enchanted Handcuffs. Add that one to the list.
Sam and Dean take Crowley to a secluded church to perform the third and final trial, curing a demon.
All right, already I want to say something. The set was super cool.
Oh, that church?
Yeah.
And some of those exterior shots later in the episode?
The exterior of the church.
Cinematic.
Really cool.
Cinematic, for sure. And the rain here really worked.
The irony is they probably had to bring it in.
Right. It was all on set. No, it was Vancouver in all its glory. Sam and Dean take Crowley to a secluded church to perform the third and final trial, curing a demon. To begin, Sam must purify his blood by confessing his sins. Dean suggests confessing for past mistakes. It was kind of funny, like working with Rumi and failing to look for Dean while he was in purgatory.
Yeah.
He kept listing things. Oh, and then he mentioned something about a girl in 6th grade.
Yeah, classic Dean. He knows all the dirt.
Sam's like, no, that was you. And he's like, left by the trunk going, it wasn't me. As Sam repeatedly injects Crowley with his blood, the King of Hell begins to regain his humanity. This was pretty cool. Eventually tearfully expressing a desire to be loved.
Yeah, I thought it was important that he brought up Band of Brothers. I thought that was meaningful.
That was funny. Yeah. We'll have to ask him about that.
And all things HBO. It was a really good plug for HBO. And all the quality programming.
Start calling out the different characters and girls. Abaddon interrupts the ritual. That's right, she's back, and she's bad as ever, attempting to kill Crowley to seize the throne of hell for herself. Damn right she is. But Sam defeats her by setting her vessel on fire with holy oil.
Can I tell you that I was pulling for Abaddon in that showdown?
Yeah, totally.
I didn't want her going away.
No, and she can't be. She comes back, right?
I don't know, but I hope
that's not the end of her, is it?
I don't know.
Surely not. She's so good.
You know, it's too bad she doesn't have a partner. Like, she doesn't go fight crime or fight good, whatever she would do, with an oversized Great Dane dog who would, at the end of each crime fighting episode, would go, yabba dabba don, or something.
Man. Wow. That was, oh, man. I can't ever get those 20 seconds back. Parallel to the demon trials, Castiel and Metatron work on what they believe are the angel tablets trials to close the gates of heaven.
In my defense, I think I screwed that up, and it was Fred Flintstone I was just doing by accident.
Oh, Rabba Dabba, yeah, right.
So maybe I wish you went back into, I guess Scooby.
Well, we all lose. That's the...
All Scooby would say is, Raggy, Rabadon.
Yeah, what does he say at the end of Scooby-Doo?
Raw.
Scooby-Doo-Doo. He does do. Right.
Yabba dabba don.
Yabba dabba don. It's kind of a mashup.
Yeah.
So this the way this played out makes last episode make a lot more sense. Because remember, because I kept saying that they really forced this whole new idea of closing the gates of heaven. Like, where's this coming from? Well, right. And I'm like, when did Metatron go bad? Well, this episode answered those questions.
And when did Cupid become a lady?
Oh yeah, Cupid was a guy, huh?
I thought Cupid was a guy in the diaper. Lex played him. Remember, we interviewed him.
Oh, that's right. Maybe she's like of the Cupid order. Maybe there are many Cupids.
One of those.
Yeah, there's lots of Cupids because there are millions of people. After obtaining the heart of a Nephilim in the previous episode, Metatron tasks Castiel with retrieving a Cupid's bow. They track a bartender named Dwight Charles, who is eventually visited by a Cupid named Gale. Gale, saddened by the chaos in heaven, willingly hands over her bow, a mark on her hand, to help them. Now, what did you think of this whole little plot line of
the gay bartender?
The bartender, yeah.
I think it's dated. That
it
suddenly
dated.
Like, you're gay? What?
Yeah,
it felt dated. Yeah, but other than that,
it was a nice little twist. But yeah, their reaction was like, what?
I guess. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
So that part felt dated, but everything else, I thought the actors were great, and it was fun.
And then there's a whole scene where the angels from heaven show up and they pull Metatron away.
Yeah. Oh, all of that. I mean, like everything that was going on, like even Castiel going, "Are you into S&M and bondage?"
Yeah, that whole weirdness.
All that stuff.
He's so weird. He's so weird with people. However, the divine plan is revealed to be a ruse. That's right. Naomi captures Metatron and through torture discovers his true intentions. Metatron, bitter over his long ago expulsion from heaven, seeks retribution against the angels who refuse to accept God's departure. Naomi escapes to Earth to warn Dean and Castiel. Metatron isn't closing the gates of heaven. He is performing a spell to expel all angels permanently. Furthermore, she reveals that the final demon trial will require Sam to make the ultimate sacrifice. Completing it will kill him. So yeah, this was all a big, and of course Castiel doesn't believe it, but she's telling the truth here.
Yeah.
Now, when are we going to have her on the podcast at some point, right?
Yeah.
Because she becomes a director.
Yes.
She was great, and I've never met her before. Does she do conventions ever?
I don't know if I've met her several times, but I don't know if it's, I've never met her at a convention. I've just met her in the world.
Yeah, well, you get both directors and all that.
Yeah, but I met her on the set of Supernatural at one point. She was in the makeup chair. I think we're overlapping episode or something.
Talking about Amanda here. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, she's great.
Bit of a legend. I mean, like, not only a very successful actress, but also then pivoted to being an incredibly successful director.
Yeah,
so
and everybody says Ruth, I know, knows her, so she's great. So, okay, did you hear the part where Metatron is like, when Cassian was like, what was he like? And Metatron was like, what God's like?
Yeah, man. All I could think of was you in your underwear with Curtis sitting at your feet.
That's funny.
And the way he described you was pretty spot on. Like, he was like, he's a jerk, but lovable, but
no,
obnoxious.
It's funny because it was like, he's gruff and larger than life. I thought that was funny because I
smells like cheese, I think he said, but he didn't say what kind of cheese. So that could be, I guess, a positive.
Yeah. Everybody knows I smell like cheese.
No, the fictional God, not you, Rob. You don't. You rarely.
Even though I'm allergic.
You almost never smell like cheese.
Sometimes.
Only your mustache.
Any other thoughts, Richard, about the Metatron and that twist?
I think that you got, again, we interviewed Curtis almost an episode too soon.
Yeah.
Because here he makes this turn and you're like,
yeah.
Whoa.
We're like, because we interviewed him. I was like, I love him.
Yeah.
What's wrong with Metatron?
What's not to love about Metatron?
Yeah.
Oh, God. He's great. His banter with Castiel's great.
Yeah.
It's a very well-written episode. Jeremy Carver wrote a great episode.
Yeah.
I thought that the Curtis storyline was great. And I will tell you, this is where season 8, and I'll give Jeremy credit for this because he's the showrunner, and he and Bob Singer this season. Boy, they really did a 180 with me on Naomi. I was all in on her being bad.
Yeah.
And now she's like, no, she actually was trying to save heaven.
Yeah.
Turned out she was not. Maybe her methods were questionable, but her intent was pure.
Well, she had one scene earlier where she was like, she said to Dean or somebody, like, you can trust me. And she said that again here. But
who trusted her though? Like, I
know. No, you're right. Well, Castiel just doesn't get it. He remains skeptical and confronts Metatron in heaven, only for Metatron to extract Castiel's grace.
Yeah, that's no good.
No, and Castiel was finally back to normal. And now he's not going to be normal again.
And Metatron, did the old eyeball on the drill bit, but you still wonder how he escaped.
Yeah, no, he just
looks down and there's the drill bit.
Yeah, somehow.
I guess the thought is Metatron has more powers than we know.
Maybe.
I guess it.
He reveals that Castiel's grace is the final ingredient for his expulsion spell. Castiel is rendered human and sent back to Earth. Racing to the church, Dean arrives just as Sam is about to finish the ritual. Man, I wanted him to finish the ritual.
Yeah.
Sam reveals his confession was about constantly letting Dean down, and he is prepared to die to fulfill the mission. I'm not saying I wish he would die. I didn't want him to die. I wanted to see
it all go to completion.
Sheppard Crowley as a human. I thought that would be really interesting.
Yeah.
Sam fears he'll just let his brother down again, and Dean will turn to an angel or vampire for support. Dean refutes those fears, telling Sam, don't you dare think that there is anything past or present that I would put in front of you. He convinces Sam to let the trial go. Though the trial stops, Sam collapses in agonizing pain. As Dean carries his brother outside to the Impala, the night sky fills with thousands of glowing streaks. When Sam asks what they are, Dean grimly explains the reality of Metatron's success. The angels are falling from heaven. Wow.
Scene.
Lots happened here.
Great work by Jared Padalecki in this last
Oh my
scene.
God. So good. The end of this episode, I mean, look, as an actor too, it's not easy to like constantly be playing in pain.
Yeah.
And he's kind of been in pain for the last 6 episodes. And then it all culminates in this one. And you could see it. I mean, you know.
It's great. And his back and forth with Mark Shepard, who also does a fantastic job.
Sheppard is fantastic. He's been talking about this episode for a while, and now I can see why. It's really great to see him do a little turn because we never get to see that.
Yeah. It's a great showing by everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. And by the way, I was going to say, I think it's the only time in the history of the show where, as the guest stars' names were scrolling across the screen in the beginning of the episode, every single one of those names before the episode started were people that we know well. It wasn't just, I've met that guy.
Yeah.
It was like the inside troop.
Yeah.
Osric Chow, Elena Huffman, Mark Shepard, Kim Rhodes.
Yeah.
Obviously Misha Collins. It was great.
Yeah.
To see so many familiar faces and their work. Oh, Curtis Armstrong, obviously. And just really strong work. And say what you want about the boys' showdowns that, people will tune in for all the time. The brother against brother or brother for brother kind of glue through line of the show.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can be melodramatic or heavy-handed, and some people love that, by the way. That's just my opinion. Boy, it was on point this episode. It was great.
Yeah.
Like both Jensen Ackles and Jared Padalecki showed why they're the TV stars in that last scene.
Oh yeah.
Great.
And you got to give credit to, as you said, Jeremy Carver, but also
Phil Segresha.
Yeah, Phil Segresha. It was directed beautifully, and the shots were amazing. That exterior shot of the church.
Dude. I mean, like, Sayers lit the crap out of it. That set was amazing. Jerry built a beautiful set.
Yeah.
It was dark and ominous, and then the effects, Ivan and the team, and Mark Malosh and everybody who did the Angels Falling were great.
Yeah.
I just thought the way they hit the water hard and stuff like.
Yeah.
I thought this episode. I feel justified in saying that 821 was Act 1, 822 was Act 2, and here we are in Act 3.
Yeah, totally.
In this, and it did not disappoint in a massive way. It all came together.
Yeah. All right. Well, give us the RRR theme.
Arr, arr, arr. Rob, Red Rich, Red Rabadon, review,
And Ruby Doo.
ratings, review. Sort of morphed into that, didn't it? Dude, I loved it. I thought the episode was great. I thought Mark Shepard was doing some of his best work. I thought Jared Padalecki was doing outstanding work. Jensen Ackles was great. I thought the relationship between Misha Collins as Castiel and Curtis Armstrong as Metatron is great. I thought the guest stars were super strong. I thought the bartender was great, and the bartender, the fellow the bartender fell for was great.
Yeah, all the acting.
Cupid was great. Like, I thought everybody did a great job. The Metatron turn was great. I mean, Curtis just pivoted from like nebbish nerd to sinister overlord in a blink of an eye, and it was great.
Yeah.
Not a big reader, are you?
Yeah.
Like, he was so great quoting the Bible and watching her surprised look.
Yeah.
Brilliantly directed by Phil Segresha, no shocker.
Yeah.
Brilliantly written by Jeremy Carver, no shocker. Just a great episode. What was the teaser? Oh, the teaser was, Kim Rhodes was great. I mean, Kim Rhodes is so good as an actress. She carried the weight of her entire character's history while sitting in a booth.
Yep.
Like, just so brilliant. And I know they did a little flashback to it, but you almost don't need it with her.
No.
She brings it all. And may I say, and I could be wrong, but she goes, well, it's not a date until I start crying. Felt like an improv line. It felt like an improv to me.
Yeah,
I will have to ask her at some point, but that felt very Kim Rhodes.
Yeah.
And also, this is just nothing to do with her acting. Friend to friend. She makes a hell of a brunette. You know what I mean? Like, right now, she makes a hell of a blonde, but it's trippy to see her because she looks so hair-wise different.
Yeah.
But dude, I thought it was great. I just thought the whole episode was really strong.
Yeah. I mean, this show traditionally has great season finales. this felt as extra special. So much worked, and it's one of those things when everything works in the show, it rises above normal TV.
Yeah, and you know what else I liked? I want to be clear about another point. I thought Misha or Castiel getting mad at Osric was great. Like
Right,
I liked seeing him snap and throw Osric against the wall.
Yeah.
A little bit like I kind of dug it because I felt like the stakes are really high, and in this one case, I kind of dug Castiel's approach. Like, you don't get to quit.
Yeah,
Like, we're in this thing.
yeah.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it also sets up it feels like it knows it's coming back next season because it sets it up for some action for next season because you have Castiel without his with just returning to humanity. You got Jared sick.
Yeah.
I mean Sam sick. You've got Osric in the bunker by himself.
Finally with the Fab Four hair back, by the way.
Yeah.
Big fan to have old Oz hair back.
Yeah. She loves you. Yeah. So I loved it. I'm very curious about. But now I want to binge. I want to go into season 9 and see what happens next.
Yes, now I want to see season 9.
I will say, and I'm very excited. Spoiler alert between you and me. I saw the picture of the next episode.
Yeah,
and Tomo Pinaquette. It's finally get to see what Tomo Pinaquette does in this show.
T-Biscuit.
Yeah,
the pride of the Yukon territories.
Yeah. But I loved it too. And let's get a beard rating.
I'm going to do it for you, buddy, and it's not going to be a hard one. I'm giving this a Stapleton. It's a hard-earned Stapleton. I have not been very generous this season 8, but I thought this was a great episode with great guest stars, all executing great storylines and great scenes, making great pivots. Amanda Tapping, everybody. Oh, and that's Amanda Tapping, another guest star that we saw on this, that we know, like on the list of these great guest stars this week. I just thought it was solid, man. And just what you said, the show elevating itself out of the realm of CW and into the realm of just great TV.
Yeah. I literally had that thought. There's a moment where Mark is in the chair with the symbol underneath him and the camera kind of raises up and you see Sam there getting ready to give him the shot. And I was like, this is not CW,
it's everybody doing the best work. Yeah. Again, Elena. we could talk about this show scene by scene and praise each scene. It just played out great.
So, and I'm going to give it the Kenny Loggins, Top Gun Kenny Loggins, 1984. Really fantastic work and they really landed the ship.
Yeah, I agree, man. I really agree.
All right, Mark Shepard is back. He returns to the podcast.
What an appropriate episode to have him on for, though, right?
Yeah, it's almost as if he's been begging us to do this episode for years.
I'm not sure begging. I think he forced. I feel under duress. Now we're in the chair. We have the enchanted handcuffs,
right? And
he's Sam circling us with needles.
That's right. Mark Shepard is back to talk about this special episode for him. And here's our conversation with Mark Shepard.
We've been heaping praise upon you, Mark. It's a great episode.
This episode, as you told us, it's such a great episode for you and such a reminder of your talent, immense talent.
Oh.
And so let's get into it. Let's start with the date with Jody Mills.
Oh my God.
This is all new to us, right? So
we didn't. As soon as I see Kim Rhodes on the screen, I'm like, whoa! I did not see this coming.
Well, there's a premise to this, which is the most evil thing that they ever did as a group of writers.
Yeah.
Which is, the great thing about any show is if you know the characters and you've established the characters and the characters are known to the audience, you don't have to keep resetting up that concept. You get to the point of Frasier where you can have 3 seconds of music and you know exactly who these people are. That's the ideal scenario, is that you've created a world where people can just step in and they're comfortable and they know what's going on.
Right.
And to open this out, they put one of the most loved characters ever. Kim's character is absolutely adored.
Yeah.
Adored.
Yeah.
By the Supernatural family.
Yeah.
And you give her a blind date and she's the only person who doesn't know who I am.
Yeah.
And that's just evil.
Yeah.
So the audience is squirming. Over the years, everyone's been like, oh my God, that's just the most awful thing ever. So she's looking for love literally in all the wrong places.
Yeah, and it's the Crowleyest of Crowley scenes too. You're being charming, you're totally fooling her, you're about to kill her. And then it's the same episode where we see you go the absolute other direction too, which is interesting.
I mean, if you guys remember, just to preface, is that if you put this in context, I know you've been doing this a long time, is that we've done 5 seasons with Kripke, and Kripke was had this amazing plan for how this was going to go, and he genuinely thought it was going to be done.
Yeah.
And then they bring Sarah in. I thought Sarah was absolutely extraordinary to try to steer this giant sort of cruise ship around.
Yeah, hardest job.
6 standalones, interesting season. Season 7 in some ways is so serialized. It might have been a better later season or whatever. That's just an opinion, but I think it was a fantastic job that she did. And then Jeremy comes back, of all people, and goes, Angels and Demons sounds like a good idea, and put us straight back into that place. And I think season 8 and the end of season 8 takes us into the possibility of continuance. And I think it does that by going, well, what is this show actually about? And I mean, it's not because of me. I don't feel it's about me. It's just, it's wonderful to be part of something that is going, we care about this. We really, really care about this.
Your point is an interesting one, and I believe valid now that I've seen all the way through season 8. I will say, as Rob and I have been reviewing season 8 on our way up to this finale, I'm not sure I was seeing it. I wasn't seeing the light at the end of the tunnel as much as how brilliantly it all came together. Does that make sense?
Well, I mean, I've had this conversation. I don't know if we're going to have time to put this thing in there, but there was an event, which is obviously the end of the episode, and what happened around the end of that episode. The fact that it was the worst weather I've ever seen in British Columbia.
Oh, is that right?
It was deadly when they were outside watching Dave and Dolly Dave and everybody else literally panicking that they might die from the wind and the rain.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah, it was terrifying.
Wow.
And it was like, we're going to do this. So the stress level to get to the church was mind-blowing. And then to land in the church, which is our home base, it's where we all live, right? It's every time we get off a plane, get in a car, and then arrive through that, through that gate, we're like, we're home.
Yeah.
To walk on a stage with 150 of your closest friends, and silence, man, silence. They didn't make a noise for 2 days. The crew didn't make a sound. We were playing and we were doing. People were off camera for hours. I think Jensen was off camera for 4 or 5 hours at one point. Everybody showed up, and the feeling and the sense. I just want to preface this because it's the most important time for me at Supernatural. That's why I love this episode, is that we knew everybody. We knew every crew member. We knew every, pre-post guy. We knew all the guys and girls, everybody, food, painters, everybody worked to make this thing possible. The potential was absolutely there. We knew we had the script, we had the plan, we had the characters. We'd worked for this. They'd worked for it for 8 years. I'd worked for it for 3 years to try to get to this place. And it was I think it was a triumph of who we are. And I was just so proud to be part of that. It didn't matter what the episode was. It didn't matter whether I was in it or not in it. But in the Supernatural canon, this was like, we know what we're doing, and we're all fighting for something. And I think 8 makes the rest of the seasons possible.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah. I don't disagree. It does set it up really well. And to your point, Rob and I had been heaping praise on so many elements about this episode. Jeremy's writing, Phil's directing. But Jared and Jensen's performances, your performance, obviously, we already touched on that. Everybody, we went down the list. One of the things we commented on was the set, the church. It was that church built? The exterior was built, I assume, in a field.
The exterior was built out in whatever it is, Moss Vale.
It just looked amazing, dude.
Yeah, the weather really actually helped.
Yeah,
I mean, but it was. I've never seen the boys looking so scared.
Wow, that's crazy.
There's a techno crane and there's a couple of other things going on.
Sure.
And I was looking at this going, we might have to shut down.
Wow.
You're watching everybody in slicks.
Yeah.
They were literally. It looked like an episode of Deadliest Catch.
Wow. Right. Oh my God.
But praise to those guys. They were like, let's get us into this room. And they got us into this room. And then it was like, all right, what are we doing? And Jared always said that it's his favorite bit of acting that he did.
He was great in it.
He's great. He's great in it.
And for me, it was the most ridiculously personal. It was the most ridiculously personal thing. I don't think I actually got out of the chair.
Wow.
I don't think I ever got out of the chains. Robin had me chained to that chair which was kind of fun.
Yeah.
And then Peter put up one of the, when you go to a delicatessen, you take numbers.
Yeah.
Well, I was getting punched in the face.
Right.
Peter went to props and got a pole with a tab.
Oh my God.
And set it up next to me so they could take numbers as to who could punch me in the face.
And I'm going to leap here and say you're talking about Peter Hunter from the camera department.
Of course. Nobody else would do this.
Right.
This man was present for my first kiss and just shaking his head.
Yeah.
And this man just looked at me quietly and slowly for years and was just like, you poor bastard. That's just generally his tone for everything he was doing. But he kept the number, I think it was 33, and he kept it in his wallet. And anytime I was getting a little pissy or anything else like that, he would open his wallet slowly and just show me the number.
That's
really funny.
Those are the people that had my back. So when you enter into something like this, this as actors. I've seen your work and you've done dark and difficult stuff like this. But the idea is if you set a place for actors to work, they don't have to be quiet between stuff. They're moving stuff. They're living. They've got lives to do. They're going to be quiet when we're working.
Right.
They were silent. They didn't make a noise while moving for 2 days.
Yeah.
2 days.
Yeah.
They were like, we're good.
Yeah.
Boys are working. We're working. Let's take us home with this. And it was that feeling of, let's just take this to where we want it to go. And I'm so proud. I can't say it enough, but I gush about this a lot and talk a lot, but I'm so proud of every one of them. There wasn't a person there that didn't want us to succeed.
Just hold that thought. We're coming right back.
Hey, this is Richard Spate. I am here to talk to you about Mint Mobile. I don't know about you, but I like keeping my money where I can see it. Unfortunately, traditional big wireless carriers also seem to like keeping my money too, where they can see it. And where they can see it, I can't see it. After years of overpaying for wireless, I finally got fed up with all the nonsense and the crazy high wireless bills, the bogus fees, and the free perks that actually cost more in the long run, and switched to Mint Mobile. Why? Mint Mobile does exactly what I needed to do. It's a great service and fantastic data plans, and I'm not paying for anything I don't need. I get to keep my phone. I get to keep my phone number. I just signed up for a Mint Mobile plan, and voila, I'm saving money. Stop overpaying for wireless just because that's how it's always been. Mint exists purely to fix that. Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. $15 a month? I live in Los Angeles. That's half the price of coffee. You can't get a decent croissant for $15. No, sir, you cannot. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. What's up, G? So, to recap, if you like your money, like I like my money, Mint Mobile is for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/SPNTAN. That's mintmobile.com/SPNTAN. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month 5GB plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
Hey everybody, it's Rob. I'm here to talk to you about Quince again. And you're probably saying, this guy, he's just sitting there with his microphone in his ivory tower, just talking about Quince, and he doesn't know what he's talking about. Well, let me stop you right there, because I am a Quince customer full on. I'm hooked. And this time of year always makes me rethink what's in my closet. I got to get clothes for the convention season. I'm playing with the band. I'm out there in the world. And I'm trying to keep fewer things, but better ones. Pieces that are made well and easy to wear all the time. That's why I keep coming back to Quince. They make high quality, everyday essentials using premium materials like 100% European linen and their insanely soft flow knit activewear fabric. The men's linen pants and shirts are lightweight, breathable, and comfortable, basically the perfect layer for spring. And this flow knit activewear, moisture wicking. You heard that right. It wicks the moisture right off. It's anti-odor and soft enough that you'll actually want to wear it all day. The best part is that their prices are 50 to 60% less than similar brands. How? Quince works directly with ethical factories and cuts out the middlemen, so you're paying for quality, not brand markup. Another reason I like it is because it fits. And, sometimes clothes, you can miss the mark with clothes, but their sizes really seem to be accurate and they look good on you. And the material is top notch, so it doesn't feel like, quite frankly, the price that you're paying. So refresh your wardrobe with Quince. Go to quince.com/STN for free shipping and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too? Go to quince.com/STN for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/STN. Thank you for supporting Supernatural then and now. And now, back to the show.
Let me ask you this. Did you see this coming? Meaning, as an actor, did you know that you had a big episode coming down the pipe?
No. They all were, because...
But this is big. This is not... I mean, I know they're all... But, this was like setting up the end of the season, into the next season. This is it's not just you're there to do one part of this... You're a linchpin in the whole end of this thing, so...
You know what it is? It's almost... It feels like... In the weirdest way, if you take the music analogy, it feels like you've rehearsed, you've done your bits and whatever, and now we just have to go out and play. And that the end of the seasons felt like what we were building towards.
Right.
I'm not saying that as much love went into every other episode and every other episode we did, but I'm saying absolutely categorically, it was like, and now the icing on the cake.
You had to be pretty fired up to see that script come in.
Yeah.
I mean, that had to be like, dude, this is cool. I mean, right?
I always had 20 different people writing my stuff. And as much as I love every single one of them for different reasons, every one of those writers I love for different reasons.
Yeah.
It's like, so between Eugenie and Brad and the teams of people that would write stuff, what they thought were funny wasn't necessarily what I thought was funny.
Right.
But they enjoyed my difficulty. They worked out a very long time ago that if they gave me absolutely batshit crazy things to say, I would somehow, through panic, sleepless nights, and stress, work out how to make it Crowley.
Right.
So they could literally go, and your table is over there, sir. And it turns into something.
Right.
So the Jody Mills thing, we didn't know how it was going. My biggest problem was they changed the color of my tie. I was so uncomfortable because they changed the color of my tie.
Really?
Whoa.
I think I'm wearing a red tie.
Wow.
I never wore a red tie. I always wore my gray tie. And so it's this, and we're in a booth and this stuff, and it's just awful. And I love Kim so much with all my heart. I was just literally the most manipulative, I don't know. All I can explain to you is I didn't have time to think about me or where I fit.
Right.
Okay.
I'm being handed a football.
Right.
And you've got two choices when they hand you a football. You run with it or you look at it. And if you look at it, you're wasting time and it's not going to work.
Right.
And we never have enough time. We never have enough money.
Right.
So you hand me the ball. It's like, oh, better run. And no better guy than Phil to run with. No better guy. Because with me, he would never tell me what to do. Ever. Never told me what to do. Just go, don't like it. Right. Somewhere else.
Right.
And that is a support level.
Yeah.
But that went through everybody. That goes through everybody that was watching it. From Robin, you wouldn't think that Robin was such a categorically important person to me. This is a person that went, do you want to be holding something in a scene with Osric? What you got? And she goes, I've got your little trident things. You want to drink? Nah, it sounds boring. How about a pinwheel? So now I've got a pinwheel. That's the thought. It was the how can we augment? How can we make better?
That's awesome.
And it was like the scripts didn't excite me so much because the difficulty of doing them, the execution was the only interest. On paper, it was wonderful. It was great. It's fantastic. Great piece of writing. And then you spend your time going, how the hell do you make this work?
Yeah.
And I've done it with both of you. We've had the most mundane scenes. You and I Rob, you and I in the Men of Letters, that first conversation we ever have.
Yeah.
What makes that brilliant is it's the first conversation we've ever had.
Right.
And we're talking about kids. I think that was the general vibe.
Yeah.
And I'm going, this is the most weirdly awkward thing of Crowley talking to God.
Yeah.
Right.
And not going like, what am I? Where am I? Existential stuff. Just sort of going, yeah, kids. Can't shoot them.
I have an odd story question for you here that Rob and I kind of talked about in the review, and I'm curious what your thoughts are. Why does Crowley agree to give up the angel tablet? Here's why I ask. I feel like he's holding all the cards. He's killing all of the friends. He's got Kim Rhodes on the floor bleeding out. Like, and Jensen goes like, all right, well, then the trade-off is you give me the angel tablet, and you go, why would I do that? And he says, because you're a douchebag, or under what pretense? And you're like,
the only thing I can think of that answers that, I might be wrong, but I think we got written into a corner in the context that I couldn't translate it.
Oh, so it's useless to you.
Not useless to me, only useful as a pawn.
Right.
And that's the reason why I just pursue poor Osric's character, Kevin, for so long.
Yeah, you really dar hard.
Oh, man, you're so hard on Osric.
My favorite part ever is, do you remember Charlie Beeson?
Of course.
Yeah.
Charlie was doing it. We set up a scene in an industrial area. You'll see this coming up some point. I can't remember. I think it's later on. And we built this rig, and we had 12 people around this giant table, and they're all like a male person, a mail carrier, a shopkeeper or whatever. And these are 12 people who don't know they can replace Kevin as a prophet.
We've seen this. We've seen this episode. Yeah, it's great.
But you do know that what happened was they built a rig for about 50 grand that fired like 80 gallons of blood at us.
Oh, wow.
Right? And they took a stunt girl up, and I click my fingers and she explodes. Right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the most extraordinary thing. And the best thing about it is I'm not in the shot when it explodes. So everybody else gets obliterated with blood and I don't get touched, which made me very, very happy. Right? I mean, it's literally, you were talking about hundreds of pounds of pressure and sprayed the entire walls, right? It went to standards and practices. And they went, you can't do that. What do you mean you can't do that? So you can't blow a woman up. You go, no, we do it all the time, right? And they're like, no, you don't. You blow up witches, demons. You can't blow up,
not human women.
you can't blow up a woman.
Whoa.
So they had to take it out. They had to take out the...
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh my God, all this work, all this stuff that we did.
Wow.
It was brilliant.
Wow.
That also really feels like
Oh God.
they're making up something to be upset about at that point. I mean, like,
Yeah, but you're like...
you can stab the man in the eye, but she can't be jaywalking.
Yeah, exactly. But this goes to what we've just been saying. This goes to the point that we've just been saying, which is when Phil and Bob and everybody else are building this thing and we get excited and we get on this train to do it and we all go to we keep forgetting that not everybody knows what we're doing.
Right.
You just got people going like, yeah, they're doing something. We don't know what it is.
Right.
Like CW or whatever is going like, what's this?
Right.
Yeah.
And the truth is, it's all of us, all of us, everyone on that set, down to the coffee guy,
Right.
going, how do we get this to be the best thing we can possibly have it be?
Right.
And I'm so proud of that. And I think for me, without much further ado, for me, I think this was the pinnacle of it. Jensen always says it. Jared always says it. He goes, this is when we were top of our chops.
It's great.
And it made the other things possible. It didn't mean that other stuff wasn't as good. It just meant this was like, take it up.
Yeah, this can keep going.
Yeah.
On a slightly separate comment about the map room I meant to bring up earlier, Rob, did you notice in this episode when all the angels are following and the Men of Letters starts going bleep, blop,
Beep,
bloop,
beep, beep,
and everything
yeah.
starts turning on? I didn't know the map table, there were suddenly red dots that I'm like, I didn't know the map table had a
Lights
purpose
up.
other than being an illuminated map. Like
These things were people going, hold on, this is my area. How can I make this area better? It's this collaboration at a level where most people won't see it.
Yeah, it was cool detail.
25 years later, when you're going back and looking at it, you're going, oh my God, that's why that's there.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
And you do know what the angels falling. I don't know if you were around. You might have been around at the time.
We were not. We were.
I just don't know whether you were in and out of town at any of that point. But Mark Malosh, who I love with all my heart, because he was, whatever the circumstances before, he was just this guy when we were stressed out that could walk onto a set when everybody was freaking out. Bob or Phil or any of the guys are going, how the hell are we going to do this? Bob didn't like green screen. He didn't like dots. He didn't like the stuff because it was anathema to him in a lot of ways, but he liked the results and he wanted to get the best possible results. And Malosh would always come to the set and go, yeah, I can do that. Just stick a dot on that and I'll make it work.
Wow.
And it was like that energy was like, great, now we can get on with our panic and our bullshit, right?
Yeah.
So here's the thing. Malosh comes down while we're working on that thing and shows us the wireframe on a pad of the angels falling from the sky.
Oh, wow.
And we all got shivers.
Wow.
It was the freaky going, oh my God, we're doing something. We're doing something it's all coming together. It's that feeling of it's all coming together. Yeah. And he was just so excited. We're literally looking at matchstick men falling from the sky.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be incredible.
And there's a cool shot where one of them goes into the water.
Oh,
like
the work
really well
that they did. But to come downstairs come from the VFX boxes where they lived and go, oh yeah, thought you might want to see something.
Yeah.
Bring around a guy like, she's going to be huge.
Yeah.
I mean, and that excitement translates into why we, as actors and as directors, why we do what we do.
Yeah.
It's for those moments of going, we might just get something good here. We might just make this work.
Right. On television, on CW, no less. Yeah. Mark, I want to talk about like the you specifically and acting in this moment. He's stabbing you with once an hour in the neck with human blood. And so we watch you sort of incrementally start to turn and then it all kind of culminates in this speech that you have.
Oh my God, that speech.
Right. So let's break that down. Like what was that for you and what was it like doing? You start talking about HBO shows.
Yeah.
You mentioned Band of Brothers.
The idea, Jeremy's whole thing was, I mean, Jeremy doesn't talk, right?
No.
To anybody about anything.
No. That's why we can't get him on the podcast.
But I still have emails from him. Like I go, am I dead yet? It was just a running gag for like the last 15, 20 years. Anything I've done with him, am I dead yet? Just writing that scene now.
Yeah.
He once wrote, am I dead yet on Doom Patrol? And he couldn't kill me because I was immortal. But he went, I would never kill you off asterisk, which I think is the most genius
really
thing
funny.
I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So, but that was his mentality. He didn't mess with me ever. He just delivered something. And they wouldn't send me network draft. They wouldn't send me first drafts. They wouldn't send me any of that stuff because they were very, very careful that they didn't want to give me something to confuse.
Yeah.
So they would wait and then give me the best draft they've got. And then I would write an email if there was vernacular changes or I'd repeated something or something didn't feel right. And all I'd do is I'd send him an email going, page 3, line 4, ba, 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 ba. Can I change it to ba, 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 ba? So I wouldn't change the rhythms or I wouldn't change the feel. And I'd write more and more and more. And he would never respond. But the next script, it would be changed.
Oh, wow.
This is the only script I didn't change a bloody thing. Because he went, well, Crowley's been sitting in motels for years watching HBO.
Yeah.
So being maudlin and watching HBO.
Yeah.
And basically almost being drunk. It's almost like drunk dialing.
Yeah.
The human blood experience. And I'm going, this is nuts. And I wasn't a particularly big fan of Girls. It just wasn't my go-to show. Yeah. And I'm like, you're my Marnie Moose? What the hell is this? I had to go deep dive and I go, oh my God, he's nuts.
Yeah.
He's absolutely brilliant.
And at one point you call him Sam too, which I think is really, that's such a special line.
Yes.
You see you turn, you don't call him Moose, you call him Sam at one point.
I'll tell you what, you want to know what the trick is? I don't know what the hell I do. I have no idea. I get excited. I'm weird, but truthfully, I didn't get out of the chair.
Yeah.
So and we shot it in sequence.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get out of the chair, so we just kept going.
Oh, good.
And everything built. And I kept forgetting that Elena's whole stuff beforehand.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like there's huge things in this.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
And it builds to this release. And I remember Kevin Parks. Love Kevin. But I was standing in the chair and we're coming up to the big part of the speech. And I'm singing. I mean, my God, I was just like, what the hell am I doing? And it all sort of made sense.
Right.
But it doesn't really make sense to Crowley. It's just like he's pulling stuff from inside his gut and back of his brain and just stuff's flying. And it had to come like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean, right?
Right.
My favorite point was when I look at him and I go, and he goes, what? And I go, what? Which is totally like the connection between Sam and Crowley and that, what? It was like the dumbest thing, the simplest thing.
Yeah.
And Kevin comes over to me just before we shot a run of this. We actually ran it like twice or three times, like I do with anything that's particularly heavy. I just turn the cameras on and I'm just going to do it. And then I'm going to do it again. And then I'm probably going to do it again until it's out. And the first one is always like overblown and just this purge. And the second one sits. And the third one, you try to get clever, and that never makes it. So that second one always gives you that, oh my God, you've got this crap out of the way. You got the ego out of the way.
That's a really great description of that process, by the way. Because I always find that the I'll call it the third one or the one where the actor's like, now I just want to play. Typically, you're like, that was great. And you never use it because they nailed it previously. And they're thinking they didn't, but you're thinking you just.
This is really brilliant for me.
Yeah, no. I thought of something during that last take. I want to try it. Just keep. No,
and
just,
and
I
then
want
you do
to.
it, no, lose that. That didn't work.
That was great. Fantastic. Don't print that one.
So in that keeping, Mr. Director and Mr. Actors, ego is the biggest problem. If you are genuinely working to try to make it all better, to give a damn about who's around you, to protect the story, to protect the canon without thinking about it. But if that's just your fundamental is we do this. This is what we do and we care. You put love into it and you put passion into it and you put these things into it. It shows.
Yeah.
It really does show. And it doesn't have to be perfect. And it doesn't have to always hit the points you want it to hit. But if you're in your head doing this stuff, it doesn't work. So Parks comes over to me just before we go into this big lot. And everyone's leaving me alone. I'm on my own in a chair, chained up by Robin, which made her laugh.
Sure.
So I've been sitting there for hours. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, And Parks comes and goes, do you need something to get the tears? I'm like.
Mark just mouthed the word vacuum. Vacuum.
Yes, vacuum.
F off, he said, F off.
But it was so funny because he was like, even in that simplicity, it was like, we will do anything to take this home. We will all do anything that it takes. Being silent, helping, whatever. Nothing got in the way of the acting. And we got to find it. And no better man than Phil, be honest. I mean, I much as I love working with you, Rich, there's no better man than Phil to...
oh, dude. Phil's my mentor, my icon.
To play with, because if you get it right, you just see that look on his face. Yeah. And you're like, okay.
Yeah.
We got something.
I miss him.
I mean, you have in Phil and Bob, two lions of the industry who are both, I'm grouping them together, but Mark, you can sort of speak to it. But I feel like both those guys, if you do something and they move on, at no point do you think they're moving on because they're not happy. Like, they're whatever they're doing. They wanted. Yeah, it's very on purpose.
Weekend at Bobby's, me and Jim and I went into this very clever actory set of speeches in the basement. We're really into ourselves. We're we're going to play. It's the first time we're playing. The voices get down into this level.
Yeah.
We get really comfortable. And we're banging away and cut. And Bob just walked in and looked at me and goes, no. And I'm like, okie dokie then.
That's our line.
All right, good note.
Bob and I have had a very interesting fractious relationship over the years. Just circumstances, more circumstances, not personality, really. I don't think. I love him with all my heart. He's a cranky bastard, but he's rather brilliant.
Oh yeah,
I trust his judgment in a lot of things.
Agreed.
And he's but he protected me. There was writers that came in that wanted to kill off Crowley. And he would literally for 5 years went, no.
Well, that's awesome. That's the guy you want in your corner. Another mentor-like figure.
Just for the sake of it.
No. He's a story first guy. I mean, look, let's be honest, absolutely. He is.
But I know what he did for me. I really do know what he did for me. It's a very interesting relationship because, things conspire against us. Having an easy time and politics change and things happen and new directions come in. You got networks and studios and all these people to deal with. But Bob was he was the leader. He was the guy that he came on a set and it was like, okay, let's impress Bob.
Yeah. Right.
Let's do it for Bob.
Yeah. I want to ask you one thing. I know we're going to run out of time here, but I want to get to one final point about this episode. Did you know where this was going to go? Like, we have all this setup of what's going to happen. Do you have any inkling of where Crowley's going or the story's going as you guys leave the set at the end of season 8, knowing you're going to a season 9?
Yeah, because of the angels and demons comment.
Right.
So it's setting up for that conflict.
We have to start again. We had to start again.
Right.
7 was a great idea, but
they're all standalone, man. I mean, like they all like come and go. In
that
their own
one
sort of
season would have been the best season 12 we'd ever had. I think that's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Because to do a heavily serialized thing, having come out, I mean, 6 is like, oh, I don't like the way it went off the curriculum. It's like rubbish. We got Weekend at Bobby's. We've got
French Mistake.
We've got
yeah.
I mean, we're all on the same page on that. But to do that, and then Jeremy going, well, if I'm going to run it, the trick is to go back to the beginning and what works.
Yeah.
It's the best reset. And that's why I'm so proud of it. And what got really funny is I always knew that come the end of the season, you'd have to have Crowley sorted out.
Yeah.
So the end of 8, the end of 9, right?
Yeah.
Right.
You know, people have those words tattooed on their bodies. I'm like, okay, well, we better be serious about this.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, there's so I always knew there was going to be we're coming to the end now. What is?
Yeah.
So Crowley was the guy going, well, yeah, think it's this, but really, this is where we're going.
Well, dude, you're delivering a huge high level this season.
Great.
And this season, but also this episode, which is a high water mark.
Oh, yeah.
So proud. I'm so proud of all of us. And it's not the people that were on the set or in the episode at the time. This is for all of us.
Yeah.
This felt like, I think it was the first time that it felt like we pulled everything together.
Yeah.
For all of us.
Yeah.
And then we could walk into the next season and go,
Yeah.
we
Cool.
could show up at Comic-Con and you think about what that Comic-Con was that year, what we knew we had.
Yeah. Well, it's
9.
You're right. This episode really does set it up for the second half of the series.
There's one really sad point that I have, though, which I love the fact there's so many new people watching and so many people coming to see us at conventions and stuff that are new to this or new by our standards to this.
Right.
So people, we'd finished the show and they started watching it, you know? But the crazy thing is when the bit that's missing for me, which was the joy, was having to wait till October for that episode.
Right.
That timing gap led to a very different relationship with the characters, I think, than binging.
Yeah.
Much as I love the concept of binging, much as I think it's a wonderful thing to be able to do, there was something about having to wait.
Right. Totally.
That made people absolute about what's right, what's wrong.
Yeah.
And it also made the writers, the directors, the editors, and the VFX guys going, we need to protect this because they're waiting for this next one.
And we have to deliver.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you get episode 12s in a lot of seasons are bottle episodes or because it's going out in 12 days.
Right.
So you can't put tons of visual effects in an episode 12 if that's your mid-season break.
Right.
You can't do, you're caught up with your schedule.
Right. Yeah.
So now in the new way of doing things, that doesn't matter.
Right.
Do 6 episodes, take as much time as you want, and then put it out.
Yeah.
So we had this wonderful thing with timing and our relationship with the Supernatural family, with the people that supported us, which is trust us.
Yeah.
Hang on. We've got something for you.
Yeah.
And I think that's this entire conversation, that's the bit I was missing until just now when I thought of this.
Yeah.
It's that we trust us.
Yeah.
We give a damn.
Yeah.
We really want you to have this. Give us some time. We'll work it out and we'll give it to you.
Yeah.
And that's what made some of this so good.
Yeah. That's great, man. Thank you so much, Mark. Thanks for coming on and talking to us. Been looking forward to this.
You're gonna have to bring me back for the end of season 9 because that's the other one.
You will be back in for sure, buddy, because you're a
the finale of season 9 is the most wonderful one. That's an even bigger speech.
Oh, cool.
Well, I can't wait to get there. More.
Love you guys.
More ground to trod. Mark, thanks so much, buddy. Love you, man.
Hey there, this is Jared Padalecki, and I hope you're enjoying the episode. But we gotta pull over for a second for some messages.
Hey everybody, this is Rob. You know, there's never been a time where I haven't needed a therapist. Even before I started seeing a therapist, I needed a therapist. And what I didn't know before I started seeing a therapist was that it's a sounding board, if nothing else. It's a place, a person you can go to who's not related to you, has no skin in the game, but they are someone that will listen to you for an hour. Now, finding the right therapist is the difficult part. And finding one who actually takes insurance, well, that's where most online therapy platforms fall short. Many don't work with insurance at all, which means you're stuck paying the full cost out of pocket or paying an expensive monthly subscription. Rula does things differently. They partner with over 100 insurance plans, making the average copay just $15 per session. That's real therapy from licensed professionals at a price that actually makes sense. Think about it. You use your insurance benefits to maintain your physical health, right? So why wouldn't you do the same for your mental health? And Rula isn't just about affordability. The whole experience is tailored around you. Other online therapy platforms might match you with the first available provider, whether or not they're the right fit. But Rula considers your goals, your preferences, your background to provide you with a curated list of licensed, in-network therapists who are actually aligned with what you need, because they know that finding the right therapist can make all the difference. So, no wait lists, no frustrating back and forth. Rula makes it easy to find a mental health provider who is accepting new patients, and appointments are available as soon as tomorrow, whenever tomorrow is, from whenever you're listening to this. Plus, Rula sticks with you throughout the journey, so they check in to make sure you're okay and that your care is helping you move forward. You're bound to find the right one for you. Rula partners with a network of over 15,000 therapists and psychiatrists nationwide, enabling you to find your personalized solution and the right therapist for you based on your needs, preferences, and state requirements. Thousands of people are already using Rula to get affordable, high-quality therapy that's actually covered by insurance. Visit Rula.com/supernatural to get started. After you sign up, you'll be asked how you heard about them. Please support our show and let them know we sent you. So go to RULA.com/supernatural and tell them Supernatural Then and Now sent you. You deserve mental health care that works with you and not against your budget.
Starting or growing your own business can be intimidating and lonely at times. Your to-do list may feel endless with new tasks, and lists can easily begin to overrun your life. So finding the right tool that not only helps you out, but simplifies everything as a built-in business partner can be a game changer. For millions of businesses, that tool is Shopify. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world and 10% of all e-commerce in the US. From household names like Gymshark, Rare Beauty, and Heinz, to brands just getting started. Shopify has hundreds of ready-to-use templates that can help you build a beautiful online store that matches your brand's style. And you can tackle all the important tasks in one place, from inventory to payments to analytics and more. No need to save multiple websites or try to figure out what platform is hosting the tool that you need. And if people haven't heard about your brand, you can get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you, with easy-to-run email and social media campaigns to reach customers wherever they're scrolling or strolling. Start your business today with the industry's best business partner, Shopify, and start hearing. Sign up for your $1 per month trial today at shopify.com/realm. Go to shopify.com/realm. That's shopify.com/realm.
Hey, guess what? We're back.
Mark Shepard, everyone.
The wealth of knowledge that I knew would be delivered was delivered.
Absolutely.
And I love how passionate he is about the episode too, and the work and the pride. Man, it's nice to take pride in your work.
Yeah,
pride well earned.
Yeah, pride in not only his own performance but in the overall teamwork. Yeah. Well, there you go.
All of that is well and good, but we have more show to do, Rob. We could sit here and glaze Mark all afternoon, but what good would that do people who are interested in mythology?
There are only 2 references of angels being cast from heaven.
Is that in the show? There's only 2 references in Supernatural of angels?
I think this is biblical.
Oh, okay.
Outside of the show. The first and most familiar one is when a third of all angels were cast out of heaven along with Lucifer for pride and disobedience.
Man, I mean,
that's
there's 2. I'm no mathematician, but that only left 2/3 of the angels up in heaven.
That's right, Richard. That is right. You are correct.
Gold star.
So just be careful your pride and disobedience. Let that
guess which third I would have been in.
Yeah, exactly. And what was the other one?
Well, the other mention is in the Enoch, when 200 angels were cast from heaven for mating with human women and creating Nephilim.
Oh, geez.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know there were a bunch of narcs up in heaven, a bunch of squealers. Hey, listen.
By the way, you love the Book of Enoch.
Carol and I have a real bond. And I don't need you, Blabby-L, blowing the whistle on the whole thing. Why don't you keep it to yourself, Jerky L?
Well, they broke their divine mandate of watching over humanity. They took watching, quote unquote, to another level.
No kidding.
What I was just watching.
And by the way, Creepy L, what are you looking at? What are you watching us for? Because you can't go on a datey L yourself? Anyway, they broke their divine mandate.
Yeah.
They were watching over humanity.
Yeah, watching. Sure.
Fallen angels further appear throughout Christian popular culture, as in Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy and John Milton's Paradise Lost.
That's right. Fallen angels. Yeah. Well, I'm bummed when Castiel isn't just Castiel.
I don't know. I kind of like it when he's even weirder.
I know. I don't know.
Spices things up, brings a little humor, you know?
Yeah, but sometimes he goes off the rails.
I know.
You know, everything was just fine, but I guess that's why it's a TV show.
That's network TV.
They're going to mix it up.
Well, I guess this seems like an appropriate time to bring up fun facts. This first fact is not fun, for the record.
No, this was the first season finale not to feature Bobby Singer.
But they featured his wrecking yard.
Yeah, they did. So there was an homage.
In many ways.
Yeah.
As Naomi is interrogating Metatron, he says, "Of the blessings set before you, make your choice and be content." He is quoting Samuel Johnson from The History of Rasselas, Prince of Abyssinia.
From 1759. Now, I knew that, but did you?
I knew it was for The History of Rasselas, but I thought he was a prince of Nebulonia. I didn't know he was Abyssinia.
I knew it was that, but I thought it was written in 1758.
Yeah. So both of us would have gotten 1 point deducted on the test.
Yeah.
All I got to say to Jeremy Carver is, big brain up there.
Yeah, man.
Big brain. I mean, this is before, like, you could go, "Hey, Claude, give me a quote."
Yes, exactly.
That sums this up.
Do you know the relevance of Samuel Johnson, The History of Rasselas?
No, I think the quote makes sense in what he's saying to her in context, but no.
I bet there's a relevance here that we're maybe missing. Why that?
No, I guarantee you there is. I can give you the rich bait guarantee on that. But
all right. Well, we've gone to. I guess we've gone to the border of what this podcast is.
We've hit the brick wall on that. But the fans can light up the switchboards, you know, and the Patreon people can discuss on the Patreon chat boards and what do you call it? What's the other thing people do? The Discord.
Sure. When Sam and Dean talk in front of the church with Crowley chained inside, the door of the church opens and closes between shots. Oh, that's interesting. I missed that.
I missed that too.
I first feel when that was happening, I was like, "Don't leave that demon inside." You just did this with Elena.
Oh yeah.
It didn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I thought actually when the ground quaked and cracked open and broke open the demon circle, I thought he'd be hopping around.
Yeah.
But I guess it's the enchanted handcuffs did their thing.
Yeah.
When Crowley is on a date with Jody, neither Rob nor Rich approved. Oh, that's interesting. That is an interesting fact.
Yeah.
His alias Roderick was his middle name when he was still a human.
Whoa.
Fergus Roderick McLeod.
He also references his mother in this episode.
Yeah, he does. He does. A witchy.
Yeah.
Something about her being a witch.
And this is, when Ruth was just a glimmer in the writer's eye at this point.
Well, what a great episode of not only a podcast, we really were firing on all cylinders, and had a great, necessary, needed, informative interview with Mark Shepard.
It was necessary.
Well, what a big storyline he's had. We haven't spoken to him for a while, so we could have spun the wheel and thrown a dart and had anybody on, especially Amanda Tapping or Curtis Armstrong, who had big things going on in this episode.
Yeah.
But it's great to get Mark, who just is pivotal in this season ender.
Well, and obviously Mark is very proud of his work, and he should be.
He should be.
And it's not we play these characters on the show, and to be given this gift from Jeremy of being able to sort of like to show this other dimension of your character as an actor. That's such a juicy, fun thing to play. And he did it so well, man. He did that close shot that Phil had on his face when the humanity was kind of breaking out. It was really well done. He's a fantastic actor.
Great. And great with the scene charming as all get out with that scene with Kim. Really good.
Yeah, really. That Kim bit really got you.
I thought it was great. And I love seeing Kim Rhodes. I mean, and she just brings a level of, I think, grounded emotion.
Yeah, I was bummed that we didn't get more of her, but I'm glad that she's still alive.
Same.
Alive and well, but a date from hell.
Exactly.
Literally. All right, thanks for joining us, everyone. That's season 8 for you.
I guess we'll see you on our when we wrap up season 8 with our finale of the season, where we rank them, we rate them, and we
pick our favorites.
Find out what's number 1.
Yeah. We'll see you on the next one, everyone. This episode of Supernatural features Jared Padalecki as Sam Winchester, Jensen Ackles as Dean Winchester, and Misha Collins as Castiel.
And this greatest hits list of guest stars include Mark Shepard, Osric Chow, Kim Rhodes, Amanda Tapping, Curtis Armstrong, Elena Huffman, and Deanna Pavlovska.
Sacrifice was written by Jeremy Carver, directed by Phil Segretia.
Editing by Nicole Baer, music by Christopher Leonard.
The lead set dresser was Perry Batista. Perry!
We know Perry well. Executive produced by Robert Singer and Jeremy Carver.
Supernatural was created by Eric Kripke.
This episode featured the following songs: Carry On My Wayward Son by Kansas.
Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Nice to Be With You by Gallery.
Gallery's greatest hits. This episode originally aired on May 15th, 2013. This episode of Supernatural Then and Now was hosted and executive produced by Richard Speight Jr. and Rob Benedict.
Produced by Stephen Hine, written by Stephen Hine and Hada Holscher.
And edited and associate produced by Trey Booty. Finally got it in. Music provided by Tim Wynn.
This episode was recorded with the help of Sonic Fuel Studios.
This podcast is from Story Mill Media.
Follow the podcast on Instagram and YouTube at SPN Then and Now.
And become a member of the podcast to get early access, chat rooms with other podcast fans, and video interviews at patreon.com/SPN Then and Now. I wonder what Steve's thinking these days, because, Steve never wanted you and me. He wanted Misha.
We're not even, the story goes, it went from Misha to us, but
yeah,
that's a load. It went from Misha to blank to blank to blank to.
Who else do we have
somebody
left?
Said yes. They did they probably shot a pilot and then came back, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Castiel acts like a weirdo, makes everybody uncomfortable. Steve acts like a weirdo, makes everybody uncomfortable.
Yeah, Steve definitely is our Castiel.
And who's Trey, our Shepherd?
Trey could be our Shepherd.
Or Mark Shepard?
Yeah. Or our Bobby.
Trey's Bobby. Sorry, Trey. You're Bobby. Maybe we'll take that part out. Trey, you can just remove that part. Or just put the Rob voice filter on it.
Everyone keeps talking about Claude. What is Claude? How is Claude different from ChatGPT? Is that on Google?
Different companies, like Google versus, Bing or something. It's a different search engine.
Steve's laughing. We don't know why, because we're just not technical.
No, because Steve is way more savvy than we are. Mooklid. Do you say McLeod or MacLeod?
MacLeod.
Because I always wanted to say MacLeod.
Story Mill Media.
What happens when two people who grew up in a very strange corner of Los Angeles look back and realize just how bizarre their upbringings really were?
They start a podcast, of course.
I'm Ashley Johnson.
And I'm Taliesin Jaffe. Before we became the internet people we are today, we spent our childhoods as working actors, appearing in shows like Growing Pains and films like Mr. Mom.
In our podcast, Weird Kids, we're diving deep into our unique upbringings, our friendship with each other, and all the delightfully odd interests we still carry with us today.
In each episode, we get to share stories of our youth, the things that bring us joy, the problems that we face, and occasionally, the friends we've collected along the way.
If you're a misfit, an outcast, or just a weirdo who loves all things nostalgic and unconventional, come take a seat at our table.
Each week, we'll be releasing previously members-only episodes on YouTube and all major podcast platforms, with new episodes dropping exclusively and ad-free on Beacon.tv.
Hey, Supernatural fans, it's Rob Benedict. I want to talk to you today about a new show that's come out, a new audio series called Redacted. It's a full cast Monster of the Week horror comedy series from Ethan and Jamie Petronas. This Monster of the Week kind of show is right up our alley, right? And it's inspired by late 90s and early 2000s television, which I'm all about. Those are my people. I went to that school. So, what's it about, you say? Well, let me tell you. Following the death of his twin, failing actor Jacob Kane assumes his late brother's life in hopes of a fresh start. Instead of finding stability, Jacob finds himself working within the Redacted Unit, a covert agency tasked with containing impossible creatures and phenomena. Each week, they'll face up against a different threat or aberration. Each episode features a new threat or aberration. So it's right up our alley as Supernatural fans. It sounds a lot like season 1 stuff, and I love that time period that they are sort of inspired by. Part 1 of the pilot is out now, so check it out. It's called Redacted from Ethan and Jamie Petronas.